This is a spoiler warning. From this point on, we might talk about spoilers for The Last of Us. We might talk about the rest of this game. We might talk about part 2.
It is very likely.
There are 2 video games for The Last of Us.
And to be clear, we don't want to spoil it for people.
No,
we have a spoiler warning.
We have zero intention of spoiling it for people.
No, we put a warning because we're both fans of the game. We're here to talk about, game and TV show. But we've been in this for years. We've been in this since the game came out. So things we talk about are going to expand past what the TV show has, probably into the second game, a lot of the first game.
Yeah, this is how we're choosing to enjoy the show. If you want spoiler-free watch-throughs, you got plenty to choose from. I would highly recommend the media nights. We're never intentionally spoiling anything.
No.
Because we don't want to do that, and we don't think it's funny. The story last week was kind of funny, but not because we ruined it for some people,
No.
but it was more just because, like, it's wild to us that, like, we could just be in a random cafe talking about it, and people can overhear who don't know the story, like, that's the part that's funny to us. So from now on,
maybe we should put in, like, just a title card that says spoilers ahead.
Yeah. Let's talk about last week's episode a little bit.
Just a bit.
Because we were a little bit distraught at the end.
Just a tiny bit.
And didn't talk about it a lot.
No, well, yeah. The game really didn't prepare us.
No.
We thought we would be ready because we knew what was coming. Clearly we weren't.
Not at all. It made it worse.
It really did.
Because of the stuff that they added in the show, too. Knowing knowing what happens, like Ellie trying to heal Sam, and how close that their bond became compared to the game. Yeah, it was brutal. Well, and also just like the way it was done, like obviously without the limitations of like mocap.
Yeah.
It just felt so much more visceral, and like the kids screaming and Ellie like screaming for Joel. And ooh, I want to talk about Kathleen a little bit. We mentioned it briefly, but the parallels between, like, Kathleen and what we know is going to come in season 2.
We can spoil it at this
Ellie
point.
With Ellie and Abby.
Yeah. There's huge parallels there.
And Henry and Joel as well. Like, Henry saying, like, oh, he sacrificed, like, this well-loved, like, leader guy to save the kid. It's exactly what Joel is gonna end up doing. Like Jerry was the well-loved leader of that faction of Fireflies, and Joel killed him to save Ellie. And Henry like poses the big question, which is like, oh well, that makes me the bad guy, right?
Yeah.
And both of us, I like in our video, we're both just like, no, it doesn't. Like, no one's the bad guy, and that's the whole point of the story, is that, like, everyone just thinks that they're doing the right thing for the people that they love.
That's such a huge part of the game.
Yeah.
And just the world and the stories that are being told is how far are you going for the people you love?
Yeah.
Does that make you a bad guy? I don't think so. I think that it's so much more nuanced than just good and bad.
Oh, yeah.
Especially in the context of survival.
Even Kathleen, like, she was definitely a bit more, like, villainous than I think even Abby is in part 2.
Well, she's more ruthless, yeah.
They really, they humanize Abby a lot.
Yeah, Kathleen was like, children die.
Kathleen, I think, can serve as a warning for, like, what Ellie and Abby could have become if both of them hadn't, at different times, like, found the path to redemption, Yeah. But also, Kathleen had been living in the Kansas City QZ for 20 years, which they said was, like, notoriously terrible to the population. So it's, like, a population that's been, like, terrorized and raped and murdered for, like, 20 years. Like, there's gonna be serious psychological damage.
Yeah.
So, it was cool to, like... I think you even said, like, I understand where she's coming from. I need to hate her right now.
Yeah.
But, like, you could see how she ended up like that.
It's one of those things where she's a really easy character to hate.
Yeah.
If you just look at her surface level.
Yeah. But if you look at things from her perspective.
It's a lot harder.
Yeah.
I think. Because we are given context. We're given context as to, like you said, the past 20 years of how this QZ was. Her brother, going through a pandemic, going through an apocalypse like this, the circumstances are not going to be forgiving.
No. And she was probably quite young when the
well, it's been 20
outbreak
years.
happened, and she's probably in her
40s.
40s.
So she was probably like late teens,
in
early
college
20s
or something.
Yeah. Just starting her life. And if that's the world you grow up in, you know, you can't really speak to those circumstances. So, like I said,
and losing the one person who, like, kind of kept you anchored and kept you sane, the one person, and then you lose them and you lose yourself, future days. Huh? And the fact that she was just, like, she made so many mistakes because she was just, like, tunnel vision on this one goal, and it's so, like...
Well, that's what led to all of the infected, like, right? Is ignoring that issue.
Yeah.
Focusing too much on her brother, getting revenge. They lost the doctor.
Yeah.
Which
exactly.
It didn't have to happen. He's a doctor. Like, in these circumstances, you would assume that you want to keep people like that.
Yeah. They were only free for 10 days. That's how long it took.
Yeah. I keep forgetting that it was only 10 days until they fell. But then we also have, Tommy.
Oh, yeah. We know it wasn't actually Tommy. It was just a joke.
We're calling him Tommy because it's hilarious.
Yeah.
And every time we hear his voice,
it's Tommy. Yeah. But it's not actually Tommy. We understand.
But at one point, he says to Kathleen, like, you know, your brother was a great man, but you made change happen. Because from what I gather, she was the one that instigated the uprising.
Yeah. After
because of her brother.
Yeah.
So there's also that level of, like, people are looking up to her, people are trusting her, people see that she's bringing change, even though it's through such, you know, single-minded.
Well, it was
like,
it was ruthless.
It was
like,
ruthless.
The way that episode began was showing, like, the brutality of, like, once they did the overthrow, like, they were lynching guards and, like, dragging them through the streets and stuff. And, you know, we know that this particular group of Fedra was brutal for, like, 20 years. And so, like, you push a population to that brink. And then they turn around and do the exact same thing as soon as they have the chance. And it's almost like you become the thing that you hate. And that's why, like, I get annoyed when people say the Fireflies were terrorists. Because it's like, no, they were just a rebel militia group fighting against a fascist government. Like, it's a lose-lose situation, you know? You almost have to become worse than the oppressive group to get rid of them.
And that's a lot of what the storyline is, I think, in both games is where does that cycle end?
Yeah.
You know, where do people say, okay, I'm not going to be worse than them, or I'm not going to stoop to that level, whatever that level is figuring out, like, where your line is when it comes to these things. Because it, like, we're seeing it all over in the story, is just this endless cycle of people saying, well, you hurt me, so I'm going to hurt you, and vice versa, you know?
But also, like, oh, well, if it were me, I would have done that. If it were me, I probably would have done that. If it, you know, if it was my brother or my daughter or my, you know, whoever, my dad. The characters are only operating with the limited information that we have. The characters in the show, and also especially in the games, are not omniscient like the player is. Like, they only know what they know. And so if you're Abby, all you know is that this Joel guy killed your dad. That's all that matters.
Yeah, you don't know the context as to why or who.
Yeah, you don't know about Ellie and Joel's relationship. You don't know the possibility of a cure even happening. Like, you're just like, he killed my dad, he's gotta go.
Yeah, and even Ellie wasn't, you know, privy to a lot of this information because Joel wasn't upfront with her for years.
Yeah, even if she suspected. And then you also get somebody like Kathleen who knew why Henry did what he did, and it still wasn't enough to, like, deter her from her goal. So, you know, and I thought it was so funny, her whole speech where she was just like, oh, you're like, is this one kid, like, worth everything?
Yes. To that person,
we're all like, yeah, to Henry it is. To Joel, Ellie is going to be at the end, you know? So,
and to Kathleen, it was her brother.
And exactly.
You know, it's the exact same thing. They're just not seeing that at all. No. Kathleen isn't seeing that Sam is to Henry what her brother was to her. You know? And
it's like what Joel was saying in the car to Ellie. He's like, you keep going for family and that's it. And once you lose your family, whether it's your blood relatives or not, like, what is left to fight for in this world? It's like Kathleen lost her brother. She kind of went crazy. Like, as long as she kept pursuing revenge for her brother, that was, like, her way of keeping him alive.
Yeah.
So it's almost like if she had killed Henry and every collaborator involved with her brother's death, then what?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't bring her brother back, and she's probably still going to be hurting.
Yeah.
It's just the same as like what Ellie and Abby had to learn.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you know, Henry lost Sam.
Yep.
Because he had nothing after that. And we're going to see Joel be faced with the possibility of losing another daughter figure.
Mm-hmm.
And he can't bear it.
No.
And, you know, but the thing is, in this world and in reality, like, all actions have consequences, regardless of intent, regardless of justification,
mm-hmm.
you know? So we know why Joel is going to save Ellie, and we can understand that. However, in doing so...
there's going to be consequences.
Yeah. He just orphaned this other girl.
Yeah.
And that's just a fact.
Mm-hmm.
And she's operating because of what she knows. And, you know, it's just like... that's the beauty of these stories, these games.
Mm-hmm. It's also really hard to do, I think. Having a character that you love to hate but can also empathize with. And that's also part of why I really enjoyed Abby's character arc, is because, like, yeah, she's really easy to hate at the beginning until you understand what she went through. Mm-hmm. And it's not to excuse her or Ellie. It's to just understand.
Yeah.
And say, okay, they're human. Because I don't think you need to necessarily be forgiving, like, while you're trying to understand somebody and their actions.
Yeah, no.
But it does give you a better image of who they are and why they do what they do. And I think you can, like, do a lot more self-reflection in that as well. But to understand that people make choices for different reasons and we may not understand them, you know? It's just too easy to judge.
Yeah.
It was a heavy episode.
Yeah.
But it was also really cool.
It was I feel like that whole episode was just like The Last of Us.
Yeah.
In 59 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a really good representation of the entire series, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, this is something I also want to touch on, is that this is the first time we've seen children that are infected.
Right. Yes.
They were not in the game.
No.
Game.
Did you see the video? So, when my brother played The Last of Us 2 for the first time, we recorded our playthrough, and I remember there was one clip of him being like, I know we don't want to think about this, but, like, where are all the infected kids? And I sent it to him, and I was like, thanks, man. Why did you predict this?
Like, I know that we were smiling and laughing and, like, cheering for the horde, which is great. It was so fun. It was so fun.
But we were genuinely, like, surprised.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
we did not
scared.
expect that.
No. We were just thinking the bloater was going to pop up, not, like, a million fucking clickers.
And it was super interesting. Like, it's sad as crap to see infected children. It really is. But at the same time, it's a part of the world that we've had, like, it's there. It just never really got shown to us until now. And I think that the child who played the clicker did such a good job.
She's like a 9-year-old, like, gymnast contortionist. I think she's Canadian.
It's wild.
But, like, imagine that. And imagine, like, a clicker having the dexterity and flexibility of a kid.
My assumption is that she was an Ish kid.
Yeah, she was.
And we don't know, like, I don't think Ish went down that long ago. Like, maybe a couple years at most, you know?
I think Melanie Linsky confirmed on Twitter that it was an Ish kid.
Yeah.
I love how supportive the cast are towards each other on social media.
They've been really great.
It's so lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Especially after last week's, like,
yeah.
Jeffrey Pierce was just like, this person and this person and this person. And I was like, ah.
Yeah, I got to watch some behind the scenes with, I forget his name because I'm terrible with names, but the actor who played Sam.
Yeah.
He was wonderful.
He was so cute.
He was so cute. Oh, he kept saying, like, I'm not scared of you guys.
Yeah, I'm not scared.
Oh, he was so good.
The first game was written more than 10 years ago, because it came out 10 years ago, so they would have been writing it in, like, 2009 or something.
At least.
Very different time.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, the time periods in which these things are being written are different, so that's inherently going to affect the writing. But also, when they first wrote the first game, they didn't know about, like, the Left Behind DLC. They definitely didn't know about Part 2 yet. Mm-hmm. So now that they've got, like, the full story up until stuff has been released, they can kind of, like, plant all these seeds, like the Kathleen parallel. You know, obviously that wouldn't have been possible in the first game because they didn't know that Part 2 was going to happen yet. Yeah. So that's also really helping. And it also affects, like, how we view this. Because, like, every time they mention or dance around the whole Riley thing, we're like, we know what happened. Well, we think we do. I'm sure they're gonna fucking punch us in the face with that, too.
Another 1-2 right there.
But, just uppercut.
Combo. Finish him.
Angel in the Heights. It's gonna change how we view this, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like they're also, like, really focusing it on what they actually want to say with the series as a whole in the show.
Yeah.
Rather than just, like, in 2009 to 2010, they were writing this new IP and they had no idea how it was gonna go.
Yeah.
And they were also really catering towards the, like, cis-het male audience. And now it's, like, much wider than that.
Yeah. And it's also, I think they're able to expand on things that they maybe couldn't before.
Yeah.
In ways that are more acceptable or more talked about, because even 10 years ago, you know, having queer people on TV wasn't really a thing.
Yeah. It was, like, just barely hinted in the first game with Bill. And then we got an entire episode about a gay romance in the show.
And even Ellie, you know, we really didn't get that until the second game.
Episode 6!
Woo!
Okay,
we get to
so
see Tommy.
Yeah, we can tell by the profile picture that we are going to see Tommy again, which means they're going to be in Jackson.
Oh, yeah. I feel like we've come into this where I have looked up nothing and you have seen everything.
I've really been, like, I've been really, like, staying off Twitter as much as possible this week. So I really don't know. Like, I can see Tommy there.
Yeah.
But that's all I really know about this episode. I haven't seen anything.
I think we're gonna... I was talking to my mom on the way over and I was like, I think we're gonna see Tommy today.
Yeah.
And here we go. We got Tommy.
That's all we know. I feel like every week we know less and less.
Yeah. Well, it's because we don't know how it's going to be adapted, because we could have a whole episode for Left Behind DLC as well.
Yeah. And I think it's more fun when we don't know as much. Oh, do you think we're going to get that scene today?
Maybe. We could. I mean, I see horses in the thumbnail.
You have no idea what loss is. Jesus, boy. Episode 6. Let's do it. I'm gonna hit play. And now, you've probably skipped ahead to where the reaction starts. Spoiler warning! Just putting it here because you probably skipped ahead and missed our intro. But there are spoilers ahead and...
For the first, second, and series.
And DLC. And DLC. You know, so...
we're huge fans. We're talking about everything in the universe.
So if you don't know the story, then...
Yeah.
Be warned.
Dum, 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 dum.
Oh,
no.
No. No. Why are you showing us this again?
Maybe someone's having a nightmare. So this is winter.
3 months later.
Yeah, we didn't think we would get winter.
That's the cutest fucking thing I've ever seen. Seen that clip? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And the gun.
Oh.
Who the hell are you? Just someone passing through. Take the gun out, 2 fingers only. Put it out of reach. Why did you shoot him?
The gun's all the way over there. You didn't hurt me, by the way.
Yeah, I got it. You made him soup?
Yeah, you did. It's cold out.
I'm looking for my brother.
Well, I ain't seen him.
I haven't told you what he looks like.
Look anything like you?
Bit.
I haven't seen him.
He's got a girl with him.
Can I come down?
No. Ellie.
This is hilarious.
Oh, wow.
What did I just say?
Joel, come on, there's like 1,000.
You little psycho.
Never mind her. I need you to tell us where we are.
You got a map. Why you lost?
Must have missed all the street signs in the enormous fucking forest.
Holy.
Ole.
We're somewhere here. Exactly where? And your answer better be the same as your wife's.
You telling the truth?
Yeah?
You telling me the truth?
Yeah?
Came here before you were born, Sonny. Get the hell away from everybody.
I didn't want to.
I'm loving this
I
dynamic.
don't mean to upset you about your brother, but if you've come this far, then you know what's out there.
What about the fireflies?
We get those.
Not the bugs, the people.
There are firefly people.
You got any advice on the best way west? Yeah, go east.
We never seen who's out there, but we see the bodies they leave behind. If your brother's west of the river, he's gone.
I really like this. This two's dynamic.
You don't seriously believe him.
I've lived here a long time.
Just takes a rabbit?
Put it back.
They don't know anything.
She literally never does a single thing he tells her to do, and I love it.
She just fucking took a rabbit. Oh,
What's the
you
matter
think
with
this is
him?
the...
Joe,
Stop.
this shit, are you dying? Okay,
Is he having a panic attack?
no, but are you? It's just a reminder that you're dead, I'm fucked.
So fine.
It's gonna be easy. All we have to do is cross the river of death. Should have stolen 2
We
rabbits.
can get our own rabbits.
You gonna teach me how?
Just keep moving.
Aw.
Probably should.
Mm-hmm.
While you can.
Can I have some?
Where'd you get that from? Let her have some, Jesus.
Been 3 months. Probably found it somewhere.
Just gonna spit it out.
So gross. Let's say we find the fireflies, it all works. They draw my blood and put it through some of their fancy machines and make a cure.
Okay.
Then what?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what do we do?
Well, it's we.
Okay, fine, whatever, you. You can do anything you want there. Where are you going? What are you doing?
It's never been an option. Maybe an old farmhouse, some land, ranch,
Oh, what kind?
sheep. I would raise sheep,
Eugene.
quiet, do what they're told.
Yeah, okay. So, just you and a bunch of sheep.
You know what they say.
Romantic.
Excuse me.
Nothing.
And what about you? Where are you gonna go?
It's probably because I grew up with the QZ. Behind you, there's ocean, and ahead of you, there's a wall. Or else to look it up. I read everything I could in the school library. Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, Jim Lovell. You know who my
The
favorite
part
is?
2 flashback.
Alright.
Sally fucking Ride. Best astronaut name ever.
Yuri Gagarin. Gagarin?
It'll work, right? The vaccine.
It's a little late to start wondering.
I tried with Sam.
Tried what?
I knew he was infected. I rubbed some of my blood into his bite. I know, it was stupid, but I wanted to save him.
Well, I reckon it's a lot more complicated than that. Marlene, she's a lot of things, but she's no fool. If she says they can do it, they can do it.
Want to first watch or second?
I'll do both. Get some sleep.
Joel, you gotta sleep too, buddy.
Dreaming.
Sheep.
Sheep ranches on the moon.
Oh, wow. Still mumbling in your sleep. I woke up early. We were passed out, so I took second watch.
You gotta wake me up if that happens.
She's so cute. Look at
You
her with
can't
the
do things
gun.
like this.
But I can. Because I just did.
I'm responsible for you, okay?
Then don't fall asleep.
The gun's pretty much as
I
big
was
as she
quiet.
is.
I checked my 6. I looked for tracks. I found the high ground. And I kept watch. Like you taught me to.
Aw.
What can I say, man? I'm a natural.
Then don't fall asleep.
Wake me up next time.
Yes, sir.
She's trying to whistle.
I'm not even how to whistle.
You don't know how to whistle?
Does it sound like I know how to whistle?
No.
I love her.
No, how the fuck do you do that?
Alan.
You should teach me how to hunt.
Oh.
Huh? She's a girl. She can't handle it.
You can handle the shooting? Not so sure about the dressing.
What's the dressing?
The part where you take the guts out.
Oh, yeah. Why do they call it dressing? It's like, you should call it undressing. And it is. It's like undressing from the inside.
Oh, it's the dam.
Oh, damn.
You know Will Livingston.
Yeah, but who is? So that made electricity?
Yeah. Don't ask me, I don't have a clue.
You don't
Same.
actually know.
I just made something up. I would have believed you. Look at that river. It's crazy blue.
She talks so much.
So much. Oh! Did you hear the sound effect?
Yeah. They're holding hands. Get behind you. They're surrounding you.
We're in trouble, we're just passing through. Drop the gun.
Dude, there's like a dozen of you. What is he gonna do?
So many.
That's Maria, I think.
I think so.
5 steps back.
How about we just talk this through?
How about you shut the fuck up?
Okay, easy.
Oh.
Doggy!
Last chance for a bullet. If you're infected, he will smell it and he will rip you up.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Damn.
That's not good.
No.
Now her.
Oh god, oh no.
Oh. Oh. Does she have food or something, maybe?
Just looking for my brother. It's all, nothing more.
It's her, it's her, it's her, it's her, it's her.
What's her name?
Joel Miller.
Joel.
Look at her!
She knows.
Yeah. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Look at Jackson!
Aw. Oh, it's so pretty.
The gypsy bison!
Oh, with the mountain range in the back.
Wow.
No clue. Oh, look at the horses. They're so fluffy.
There he is!
Oh, Joel.
Tommy!
Oh. He made it.
What the fuck you doing? Came here to save you.
From what?
It's like the second game.
Oh my god, this is so much.
This is great.
Oh my god, Maria!
Well, since we've had a proper meal.
Actually, I don't think I've ever had a proper.
Sorry. Ellie, let's mind our manners.
What?
It's DINA!
Sorry, I was just not expecting that.
I mean, were any of us? No. 100% that's DINA. There's no fucking question.
Kids around here don't usually look or talk like you, right? Well, maybe I'll teach them.
Ellie.
And I want my gun back. They also aren't armed.
You know what? I think maybe y'all got a little off on the wrong foot.
Who's gonna have our guys kill us?
We got to be real careful about who we let in this place. Well, it's all bark. We're just trying to scare off those who might want to try us. Is all.
Well, you got a couple of 9-year-olds shitting themselves in the They say that you leave dead bodies around? Those are the people who tried us.
A bad reputation doesn't mean you're bad.
Not always, at least.
Oh.
Joel's got a reputation.
We're grateful for your hospitality and all. But it'd be nice to have a moment here, maybe just for family.
Yeah,
Well,
about that.
Marina is family, actually.
Oh, shit.
The rings, oh my god.
Congrats.
Awkward.
How about a tour? Still got my 700, but I found a variable power scope. Sub MOA. And headshot those fuckers from a half mile out.
Army guy.
No, we can't.
Sheep! Bleh.
Go check it. So, are you, like, in charge? No one person's in charge. I'm on the council, democratically elected, serving 300 people, including children.
300.
Everyone pitches in. We rotate patrols, food prep, repairs, hunting, harvesting.
So cute.
Anything you see in our town, greenhouses, livestock, all shared. Collective ownership. So,
Communism.
nah, it ain't like that.
It is that, literally. This is a commune. We're communists.
Oh,
Got you there.
Oh.
Hey, that's our newest one.
he doesn't like that.
You want a pet her? Yeah, what's your name? Shimmer. Shimmer. So I'm sure they're like a shower.
Oh, baby, she's a baby! Cute baby!
Yeah. It's a decent place.
That's definitely gonna become Ellie's horse later.
She's going in it. You do work.
Oh, trust me, we have been.
You're doing fine.
Aw, Joel.
Well, I'll take Ellie over there if you two want to catch up.
Yeah, okay.
Joel,
You'll be fine.
shall we?
Ellie's like, God damn it, Joel.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like you age much.
You won't. Once we get bacon. What's even left?
Christmas trees and bacon. Pretty decent setup.
So how's Tess?
She's fine. All right.
Good then. And the kid?
Oh, yeah. She's the daughter of some firefly muckety muck. Trying to find her family somewhere out here. I was heading in this direction, so
Really? Good to see your heart.
there's a payment. If you knew the shit that I've been through, Tommy, trying to find you these last few months.
I'm gonna be a father.
Aww.
It is a few months along now.
Oh.
So I just gotta be more careful.
What?
This is new. This is so wholesome.
To be honest, I'm scared to death.
He's gonna be a dad.
But I don't know. I
Daddy Tommy.
feel like I'd be a good dad.
You would, Tommy. You would be a good
I don't know
dad.
how Joel's gonna feel about this.
Guess we'll find out.
Conflicted.
I guess we'll find out. That's all you got?
What else am I supposed to say?
Ooh.
Just because life stopped for you doesn't mean it has to stop for me.
Go grab some supplies and be out of your hair in the morning.
Lee is not doing well.
No. Oh no. A diva cup.
Oh my god.
That's great.
No way.
Oh.
I agree.
That's so sweet.
Aw. Oh my god, the jacket! It's like her little Neapolitan
Yeah.
jacket.
Oh.
Sarah. That's how she finds out.
Oh, good. It's super fun. Eggplant. Shoes aren't too big? No.
Who's been cutting your hair?
World-class salons.
Let me get my scissors.
Oh, whoa, no.
Trim. That's all. Just the ends. Promise.
I love how she's not taking no for an answer.
Yeah.
Maria's like, I'm taking care of you.
Your job back then or something?
No. I was an assistant district attorney out of Omaha, Nebraska.
Nice.
I put bad guys in jail.
Cool, I guess.
I always liked doing hair, though. Maybe it was a mom thing.
Kevin.
You were looking at the little memorial Tommy made?
Yeah. I'm sorry about your kids.
It's okay. A kid. Just Kevin. Sarah was Joel's daughter. Or maybe I shouldn't have said anything.
No, it's okay. I guess that explains him a little.
Look, I'm not gonna ask you what you're doing with him.
Good.
But there are clearly things you don't know about Joel.
Oh, like how he used to kill people? I know about that.
So then you understand my concern.
He doesn't do that anymore.
He stopped killing people?
Innocent ones. And Tommy did it too. Are you worried about him?
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Tommy was following Joel. The way you are now.
Come
Wow,
on.
Maybe I'm smarter than Tommy. No offense.
Well, definitely smart. Would have made a hell of a lawyer. There's a whole lot you're not telling me. Good. Herein lies the point. Be careful who you put your faith in. The only people who can betray us are the ones we trust.
Seems like she's a lot more distrusting in this than the game.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Now come on. Grab your super fucking eggplant.
Where are we going?
The movies.
She's immune. What? Ellie. She got infected, but she didn't get sick. Tommy. I saw her get bit myself. That was months ago. Months. She's immune. From the beginning. It was Marlene. She hired us to smuggle her to some fireflies.
Look at the lights.
Tess got bit.
Maybe Dean's gonna show up.
She made me swear to take the kid. It was her dying wish. What the hell was I supposed to do? We made it as far as KC, and then, she saved my life there. From another kid. 5 years ago, I would have destroyed him. But she had to shoot him to save me. 14 years old. Because I was too slow and too fucking deaf to hear him coming. And that's all. I saw a man kill his own brother. To save her, while I just watched. And today I thought that dog was gonna tear her apart because it smelled something on her. And all I did was stand there, I couldn't move. I couldn't think of anything to say. Just... I was so afraid. You think I can still handle things, but I'm not who I was. I'm weak. Lately, there are these moments where the fear comes up out of nowhere, and my heart feels like it stopped. And I have dreams. Every night.
What kind of dreams?
I don't know. I can't remember. I just know that when I wake up, I've lost something. I'm failing in my sleep. It's all I do. It's all I've ever done. It's fail. Again.
You want me to take her?
I'm just gonna get her killed. I know it. I know it. And I have to leave her. Joe, I mean, it's why you took off on me, right? To make up for the things we did. Well, here's your chance to bring your kid into a better world. You're younger than me. You're still strong. You said it yourself. You'll come back. You have to take her. You can't tell anyone. Not even Maria. Tell me you're the only one I trust. If anyone else sees those spots on her, what's under her skin, they'll shoot her. It's the last thing I'll ever ask her. I swear.
Whoa.
I got you on 38. It's left, right.
Ellie,
This is it.
The whole computer.
Is this really all they had to worry about? Boys, movies, deciding which shirt goes with which skirt. It's bizarre.
listen,
Why are you here?
I came here to talk to you.
No, why you're still here. If you're gonna ditch me, ditch me.
What exactly did you hear?
I have to leave her, you have to take her. You know, I stood up for you today because I thought...
I made this decision for your own good. You'd be way better off with Tommy. He knows the area better than I do.
Do you give a shit about me or not?
Of course I do.
Then what are you so afraid of? I'm not hurting him. Maria told me about Sarah.
No. Don't say another word.
I'm sorry about your daughter, Joel. But I've lost people too.
You have no idea what loss is.
Everybody I've cared for has either died or left me. Everybody fucking except for you! So don't tell me that I'd be safe with somebody else, because the truth is, I would just be more scared.
You're right. You're not my daughter. And I sure as hell ain't your dad. It'll come dawn. We're going our separate ways.
Me trying to find the will to go to work.
Come in.
She's like, oh man, now I gotta bond with this old guy.
Damn it.
Gonna start all over again. Joel's gonna be with the horses, I think.
Yep.
There he is. I knew it.
You came here to say goodbye or something?
No. I came here to steal one of these horses and go. We gave you one. No. Anyway,
Is it true?
that was 30 minutes ago, and I guess you deserve your choice. Still think you'd be better off with Tommy.
Let's go.
Okay.
Aww.
He gave her a choice.
Yeah.
She didn't even hesitate, dude. Fuck.
General direction. Southeast, see you at I-25. It's right off the interstate. Hard to miss.
So I guess we are going to the college, university, whatever.
Guess so.
There's a place for you here.
Oh.
Both of you. Counting on it. Can I borrow that?
Borrow.
Maria took mine. I already said yes, Joe. Adios, big brother.
They're sharing a horse.
Callous.
I'm not.
He's teaching her how to shoot.
My fault. Just
It's got the scope.
aim right. You'll see.
Oh my god.
Deep breath in, slow breath out. You squeeze the trigger like you love it. Gentle, steady, nice and slow.
You're gonna shoot this thing or get it pregnant. It isn't gonna work. It doesn't aim right.
The music.
Nice.
Wow.
That's a nice shot.
Yeah.
Which one were you?
Neither, I just did my job.
Which was building?
Apolitical
Right.
king.
Houses, stores, that kind
I
of thing.
think you were right. I think we're gonna
We
meet
call
what's his face at the end of this.
Yeah.
Is it called that? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, we're cool. Everybody loves
I
Aww.
like that we're actually getting bonding time
She
with
was
them.
like,
Yeah.
Oh, the big hole.
go big boys.
Nice.
What does that mean?
team mascot. It's kind of sheep.
We'll see. I'm so closer to your dream.
So I've been thinking.
Mhm.
I don't want a sheep ranch, actually. I mean, if the deal is I can do anything.
That's the deal.
Well,
I want to be a
when I was
singer.
kid, I wanted to be a singer. Why is that funny?
Something now.
No,
Hold on now. Hold on now.
you're already laughing.
Okay, chill. Save it for me later. I'm gonna save the fucking world, man. That's the least you can do for me.
Fair enough.
Oh, it's the monkeys.
Must be from you.
Oh.
First time seeing a monkey.
First time seeing a monkey.
I wonder if we're gonna get the giraffes.
That's in,
I know, but maybe
Utah.
they moved it. You know. Hey,
I feel like it's gonna end with him getting
stabby stabbed.
stabbed.
Yeah.
There are definitely doctors here.
Monkeys!
No, don't listen.
Could be an infected.
Infected monkey.
Shit.
That's what they were doing.
I
They were like
know.
testing on monkeys.
We don't want a 28 days later scenario, okay? It looks like the place where you walk up and get the flamethrower.
It's monkeys. It's monkeys. It's monkeys.
me a little scare.
Called it. Monkeys.
Yeah. Still creep me out a little.
At least it ain't clickers.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
That's really what?
Well, the pins lead there.
Oh fuck.
It's the Raiders.
David.
Oh, Joel's gonna get stabbed.
Stabby stabby. Oh fuck. The horse.
Oh, the horse is gonna get
Callus!
them away. Oh no.
Not Callus. Callus.
Get the horse!
That's what matters.
Not your life, just the horse.
Get out. Get out. Don't do that. Just. What are you doing? I knew that was gonna happen. He was taking so long. Stealth kill.
Oh!
Oh my god, he got him.
Oh, he totally got... What is that?
A knife.
That doesn't look like a knife. That looks like
A
part
stake?
of the baseball bat that he tried to...
Oh!
Yeah, it's part of the
A
baseball
stake.
bat.
Oh, fuck, dude.
Joel, get the horse.
Get on. Come on, Joel.
Oh, no. Oh, my God.
At least he didn't fall.
Run.
Come on. Oh,
Yes, Ellie.
good job, Ellie. Come on. That was it.
Fuck. Oh, God.
Joel.
I think we're safe.
Oh, buddy.
He's going down.
Yeah, he's going.
No. Shit.
Come on, Ellie.
Joel?
Get up. Joel,
Joel, open your
fucking
eyes.
get up.
Open your eyes. Joel, you gotta get up. I can't fucking do this without you. I don't know where the fuck I'm going. What the fuck I'm gonna do. Joel.
Not the Depeche Mode song again. Okay.
Interesting. Yeah, this episode was kind of strange.
It was weird.
A little.
I don't know if it's the direction or the pace at which it moved. Like,
I feel like it tried to
felt
take
a little.
lot.
It did. It
and
was
then
a big
condense
chunk. It felt really rushed.
Yeah. It felt rushed in the way that I know for us, contextually, we know that it was a lot of content that was squished into one episode, but it didn't in the way that I still feel like we hit the marks that we needed to.
Yeah. Like the scene, the like iconic scene,
Yeah.
just kind of felt like thrown in there.
Yeah, it did. Because it didn't even show her listening to them.
No.
It just showed her walking around looking for him.
Like it was more about his fear of like failing her than his fear of getting close to someone. I guess
Yeah.
because they were already close. I guess.
But it also seemed like this, like...
Because he even admitted he cared about her.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like you're... In those circumstances, you can't help but care for her.
But like in the game at this point, he's
Yeah.
still very much like... And I mean, they've changed it all along. So I was
Yeah.
interested to see how they were going to do that scene because he wasn't as... Because, you
Distant.
know, at this point in the game, he's still like holding her like this.
Well, until that conversation.
Exactly.
Because that conversation is what sparks them actually getting close. And then her, like, having the choice in this one, too. I think solidifies and helps him deal with some of his fears. Because she trusts him.
Yeah. And she chose him even though he thought it wouldn't be safer with Tommy.
It was a little different in terms of pacing. Like, I like that we got, you know, the context that we needed from this episode. But I feel like it could have ended before the university.
Yeah.
Although I know that it couldn't have if they're going into the DLC next episode.
Yeah. I just felt the lead up to that conversation, even just in this episode alone, was weird.
Yeah.
It just kind of came out of nowhere almost.
Mm-hmm. It kind of felt like we have to have this conversation, then this conversation, then this one.
They were like, here's all the things we need to hit, and then it's like just getting us through like as quickly as possible. I feel like we didn't know, like Maria was weird, like
it's cool that she's pregnant.
Yeah, what is...
I mean, I'm happy about it.
I had a feeling.
Same.
Like when Tommy was was like, I can't go, I was like,
is she? Yeah, I had it too.
I mean, just to be clear, I didn't think that like the actress was weird or
no,
anything like that. I just
the writing.
It was like... And, I mean, I was curious to see how they were going to drop in the whole Sarah thing, because I always thought it was weird in the game. It's like Ellie and Maria go off for, like, 15 minutes, and Maria just spills all the tea.
Yeah.
But,
so
like...
this made sense.
Yeah.
And it was cool that they had who we think is DINA.
It was definitely
it's
DINA!
Totally DINA.
Honestly, that was my favorite part of the whole episode. Was seeing DINA.
Yeah.
Because that's, like, such an Easter egg, because in part 2, like, DINA talks about seeing her eating, you know, like...
It's such a nice little, like, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. There are nuggets in this that I enjoy, and then other things that I'm just, like, I feel indifferent about. Like, it didn't do anything for me, but it wasn't terrible. You know?
Yeah. This is, like, my least favorite episode so far.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think this is our least favorite.
That's so sad. I thought, like, I was looking forward to so much.
Yeah. I know, and we also didn't really react much or talk much.
No, we didn't say anything. That one, like, bit got me where he said, you deserve a choice. That got me a bit.
Yeah, you started tearing up.
But, yeah, the rest we were just kind of like, okay. What is that all about? Maybe we need to watch 5 and 6 back to back or something, because it has been long, like, 9 days. But, because what I thought was going to happen, because... Yeah, Joel and Ellie have been getting along so well, whereas in the game, they aren't until that conversation. So I was like, maybe they're going to have some sort of big falling out, or like something's going to like create tension between them so that conversation is justified.
Yeah.
But it just, like, and...
Like, they could have used Ellie finding out about Sarah very differently, and as a better catalyst for that.
Yeah.
Because they did kind of use it as a catalyst for the conversation, but it didn't provide anything more. Like, it didn't...
And how did she figure out that he was planning to ditch her?
Well,
because she heard the conversation.
Yeah. But even that was filmed weird.
Yeah.
It was a weird episode. Like, it felt like each scene was like, here's a scene, here's a scene, here's a scene. Rather than it being like a story that flowed, it felt very... isolated and individual.
It felt like
a
CW or show or something. Yeah, it's like, okay, here's scene 1, here's that scene 2. Okay, we're in this location. Yeah, that's you're right.
That's like a huge part that annoyed me, is that it didn't feel like these things tied in organically together.
No, it was just like, we have to hit this beat, this beat, this beat. And well, well, that's too bad. I mean...
They can't all be stars.
No.
They can't. I meant that the episodes can't all be winners.
No. There was one point where I wanted to be like, do you also think this is bad? Am I crazy? I feel like the vibes... The vibes are
off on this one.
The vibes have just been off all night. Have you also felt that way? Was it like that before we started watching it?
I don't know.
Is it us? Is it me? Am I the drama? Smash that like button. We'll see you next week. Robert, anything to say?
Meow meow. He says it's time
Sounds
for bed.
about right. Okay. Bye.
Bye.